So, folks, listen to Talk Sport early this morning. Jim and Simon there with the thoughts on the United Grimsby game, or should I say Grimsby versus United. And I've just heard much of what Mr. Goldbridge had to say on the United stand. And I think old Jim is all for United getting rid of AMORIN. And I think Mark on the United stand is pretty sure, reading between the lines, he feels AMORIN's going to walk in the international window. Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't see it that way from what he said. For all the interviews that he did yesterday, AMORIN, and for all they were a bit veiled, a bit strange in the way he said what he said. I think Simon hit the nail on the head there. It was a bit like the old sardines following the trawler. You couldn't work out exactly what was said, but I think what he said himself is, I hope he said, there's obviously some players still within that squad. They're not the bad eggs of your Garnachos and your Sanchos and whatever else, but maybe they're not working as hard as they should. Maybe you'd like them to work harder. Maybe they fancy certain games and not others. Basically, just the mindset isn't right and it's not what he wants in the team. And I think from that, he's going to wheedle the ones out that won't show up and do a shift every time they pull on a red jersey. And I think he's going to fill the starting 11 with people that will. I think he just says he saw through some of them and seen the character. Now, he could be going further than that and saying some of them don't want to play the system that he's very, very keen on. But I think we're stuck with that wherever happens. But I don't think he's walking. I mean, old Mark Goldbridge on the nightstand, he's certain he's walking in the window. I don't think he's doing that. I hope he's not. I really hope he's not. For all, it was really poor last night. I mean, I know one of the callers on the show this morning, Jim and Simon, said, wait a minute. Panic. Yes, it's bad. Of course it's bad. But we're 3 games in. The game against Arsenal, we play pretty well. We're unlucky. We get beat. Second game in, not great. Maybe we're lucky to get a draw, but not great. Last night, really, really poor. But it's still only 3 games in. Now, the downside is some of the games coming up are really, really difficult. But that said, you judge us on the last couple of seasons when we've been poor. We've turned up for those games. I myself don't think it's all doom and gloom. This is what I see. I see, against Arsenal, we're very unlucky not to get a point. We could even have got 3. The other day, yeah, we're relatively lucky to get a point. But for 15-20 minutes at the start of the game, we look sensational. We look really, really, really good. And then fold. And that's a worry. That was more like the performance in the first half last night. But against Arsenal, I thought we were the better team. First 20 minutes the other day, I thought that's as good as I've seen us play for a year and a half, 2 years. So I have no problems there. Signings-wise, Šeško, the jury's out. We don't know enough yet. We say he's not up to speed. We don't know, and he doesn't know the system. I'm fine with that. I think Bruno and Cunha, fantastic. They look like fantastic players. He's now getting Diallo playing more. Diallo looks really good. Offensively, we look good. I think the common denominator here, other than the quality of some of the performances, you look at the Arsenal defeat and you look at last night's defeat, and you're just looking at goalkeeper. It doesn't matter who's between the sticks, but we've got goalkeeping problems, and they're huge. Now, we are close to getting this Laments from what I can gather. How good he is, I don't know. I mean, I would suggest, based on what I've seen last night, if I was Sir Jim, I'd be knocking on Donnarumma's door and saying, we want you. He may be going to City for a knockdown 25 to 30 million quid. Yes, his wages is prohibitive, but 25 to 30 million quid. We could go from worst goalkeepers in the league to best in class in one fell swoop. We'll go from somebody that's constantly letting goals in to somebody that will protect that goal and give the defence in front of him some confidence in what they're doing. And I think that'll seep through the team. Yes, all right, we're short in midfield, but I said it 2 weeks ago. Get the goalkeeper sorted out first, because if the goalkeeper's as bad as we've had for the last 18 months, it's not just the goalkeeper that's the problem, it's the defence. They're on shaky ground because they're worried about the guy behind them. Put a proper goalkeeper in there that can command his goal in his area, and all of a sudden that all goes away. But yeah, last night really, really poor. That said, they showed some character to come back. to get a draw in the dying seconds. I mean, had we won the penalty shootout, maybe we didn't deserve it, but then again, maybe we did. We'd come back from 2-0 down in atrocious conditions. Let's face it, that second half, that's unlike rain we ever see. That was like biblical. It was horrendous. These players, our players, the players that are worth the bomb and that have come from foreign climes, they're not used to playing in that. They're prima donnas, they're not used to that. But they rolled the sleeves up and they all played. We came back, we were just unlucky in the penalties. I mean, again, we've got a crap goalkeeper. He must have touched 4 of the 12 penalties, or 5. Only managed to keep 1 out. Luckily, he had a crossbar there. There was 1 penalty. Oh my goodness, it was about the 4th or 5th, that might have been a bit later. He had to get down to his left to get it, and I thought, he should have saved that. It weren't it with any venom. He just didn't get low enough. He jumped from high up to go down, and I thought, they say you don't get down quick enough. I mean, a good goalie would have saved that. I'd have palmed it out, no problem. Goalkeeping, absolutely crap. Crap. Decent goalkeeper, we could have beat Arsenal or at least drawn. Good goalkeeper, we wouldn't have been 2-0 down last night. We need a goalkeeper sorted. Get the goalkeeper in. Now, if Amorin's looking at going, well, I want him gone. If he's looking at that, I want him gone. I don't want somebody that thinks he's not up for the fight and can't sort it out. I'm hoping Amorin's looked at it and thought, right, them players aren't for me, or they don't want to do it. That's the message they've told me. But I'm the boss, and if they're not playing for me, I'm going to get 11 players on the field that are. That's what I'm hoping he said. Do I know? No, I don't know. The same way old Mark Goldbridge doesn't know. We're all surmising as to what he meant Amorin. We just don't know. If he's for quitting, he ain't for me. I don't want a quitter running my team. I really don't. You'd have never seen Fergie walk away from a fight, ever. Absolutely ever. But this guy now is getting it right. He's having problems getting people out the squad, out the door. It isn't his fault. They won't go because they're on such big contracts. They all came before him. It isn't his fault. But there's every chance they're all going to be gone this transfer window. Yeah, we're going to lose money on them all, but there's every chance they're all going to be gone. Yeah, they might not come early enough to give him money to spend in this window, but they're going to be gone. So the real bad eggs are going to be gone. Yes, there's still some players in that squad that are picking the games. He's seen that last night. Hopefully now in the international break and whatever else, he's going to do something about that. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm seeing. I hope I'm right. I hope he's not saying he's going. I hope that isn't the case. Because if it is, where do we go from here? And I'm in the name Southgate again today. Please, 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 please. No, anything but Southgate. Anything but Southgate. But no, folks, we need a goalkeeper. We need one desperately. Hopefully this Lamens will come in quick, and hopefully he'll end up being a good one. But if it were me, if I was the Jim, I'd be thinking, wait a minute. City are now only talking 25, 30 mil, but they've not pushed the button yet because Alisson hasn't gone. But if Alisson goes, they're going to go for him. Bugger it. We're not going to wait. We'll see can we usurp him and get in there and go and get him. That's what I'd be doing. I think if United went in today, tomorrow, with a bid for Donnarumma, I think he'd take it. I think he just wants to play football. He's decided he wants to come in the Premier League. I think he'd take it. Go and get him. Go and get best in class rather than the shite that we've got at the moment in goal, because it's bloody awful at the moment. It really, really is. But no, I don't think Cameron's going. I certainly hope he's not. And what I will say is, that penalty of Kuna's that should have won it. He's done well since he's been here, but that was shocking. Absolutely shocking. Why don't players anymore just put the foot through the ball and put it in the back of the net rather than all this fannying about? As soon as he did it, I thought he was going to miss this. Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy.